Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. In today's video, I'm supposed to be cleaning off my desk, but instead I make all these tags and journal cards because it was more fun than cleaning off my desk. And I have no self-control today, apparently. So yeah, stay tuned. Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and this is the freaking third time, fourth really, if you count Wednesday, that I have started this video. I'm going to have you be my body double again today. Thank you for those that are okay with that. And if you don't want to watch me clean my desk, then you can come back another day when there's something more fun to watch. But we have December starting in 2 days, and I need space. I really need to clean up this desk. I've been putting it off and putting it off, and it is just so far gone now that, you know, there's like, you know, kind of like Tina, Shabby Dabby Doodah. There's like 12 inches square that I can play with. I'm trying to figure out what to do with stuff. My brain's not, I can't talk and do this. We may fast forward through some of this. But I also wanted to show you a digital I'm working on for easy fussy cuts. So far I have a page of hydrangeas and a page of peonies. Tell me in the comments what flowers you would like to see, and also what words for sentiments you'd like to see, because I've also been playing with I have some types that, you know, these things, so I've been playing with making some words for sentiments. And so yeah, let me know what words you'd like to see, and let me know what flowers you'd like to see. I definitely will be doing daisies, tulips, carnations, roses. I mean, roses are easy. Those are freaking easy to find. But I'm just using vintage pieces behind them. Most of these vintage pieces came from Jessica Rapp. She has a lot of vintage public domain stuff that she sells on her site and gives you permission to use them as long as you don't use them as they are. And so I think adding a flower, sometimes I also add other stuff too, or change the color a little bit, but they're just backgrounds. Just makes it easier to, cutting out this around here and that little bit of leaf hanging off, so much easier than trying to cut around the whole thing, and you still end up with something really pretty. So those are in the works. They will be in my Ko-fi shop when they're available. I will post in my community page when they're available. Okay, so I took out some of the bits where I was actually starting to clean my desk. This is where it all went awry, because there was only a few minutes of that, actually. At this point, I just start gluing scraps down, and then I don't think I ever really got back to cleaning off my desk. There may be a couple more bits where I just kind of take those out because I wasn't. So I'm doing this at 2 times speed. I was trying to leave the sound in, but I don't hear anything. So I don't know if you guys will hear the papers moving and stuff or not. I don't know. For some reason, when I sped it up, the sound went away. But oh well, you got me talking. I just kind of like to hear the papers moving about, but that's all right. I hope everybody is doing well. I know in the United States, we just had Thanksgiving. So I hope everybody had a very happy Thanksgiving. And as I'm recording this, it is Black Friday. I do not do Black Friday. Do you do Black Friday? Black Friday is just not what it used to be, is it? I mean, I was never in, crowds are not my thing. So I was never really into Black Friday. I know, and you know, I was just like, I don't buy a lot for gifts anyway. We basically just get stocking stuffers for our boys, even though they're 25 and 30 now, and like a couple gifts maybe. But usually we were traveling, and that, you know, because that costs money, that's where most of the funds went to. I'm just trying to also pay attention looking at the video, because at some point I try to start cleaning again, and I'm going to take that part out. I'm actually going to start using some of these images, I'm going to attempt to anyway, that I'm working on, because it's good to be able to see how they work. I think a couple of them, I'd like them to be a little bit larger. So, but I'm just going to use, you know, just maybe have 2 pages of images, like just make them larger. I don't know. Some people will actually find the size that they are right now perfect for making tags and pockets. I was talking about Black Friday, right? I couldn't remember what I was talking about. If I didn't have to watch this right now, I'd be cleaning off my desk while I was watching this. But yeah, that just makes too much sense. Anyway, so yeah, I just, you know, when I was a kid, I don't know if my mom ever did Black Friday or not. You know, she tried to shop throughout the year, I think. Maybe when I was an adult, she might have started to. So yeah, let me know if you used to do Black Friday, if you currently do whatever Black Friday is supposed to be now. The deals are not as good as they used to be, I don't think. I don't know. I never got crushed in a stampede of people trying to get a really good deal on a TV. But yeah. And yeah, and do you do like lots of gifts for Christmas, or do you just kind of do, you know, one or two per person, or, you know, I don't know. I'm just curious. I don't need to be so curious though, do I? But I kind of am. So, you know, talk to me in the comments. I love it. Also, my community page is open. If you ever want to show me what you're working on, you are free to do that. You know, just a kind and courteous thing, you know, you want to be. This one, I think I'll put a sentiment or something at the bottom later, but right now I'm just kind of adding focal points. Oh, and look, I left the cover off my glue. Of course I did. Oh, I just saw it and I was like, oh, better do that. So yeah, so I'm trying to clean, but it's if you ever feel like unmotivated to make stuff, start cleaning, and then you might actually start making stuff just as a side quest. So this is a side quest video. It started out wanting, you know, I wanted you to be my body double. I even had a song. I don't think I sang the song in that last one. I sang it in the first two I tried, and by the third one I was like, oh, forget it. All right, I know you want me to sing it, but then you're going to get the song stuck in your head, the tune stuck in your head. So don't be mad at me when that happens. Will you be my body double? Will you be my long lost pal? If you can call me Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Did I say body double? I hope I said body double, not bodyguard. I'm trying to change up the words. And I know I don't sing great. I sing off key. I don't have a good ear. I know. I'm aware. And then in this one, I just started gluing stuff down. I was just like, you know what? I don't know if this will work, but I want to try stuff. So let's see. What else can we talk about? I don't know. I mean, I guess we could talk about Ephemera, which is coming up. I'm going to do my best to have, at least some short videos, most every day. I still want to do my Wednesday video and a weekend video, which is usually weekend would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one or all of those days, depending on how ambitious I was. I may try again to do a video where I clean off my desk, and that will give us a second video for this weekend. And then midweek. And so the Ephemera prompts, actually, Barbara and Louisa are going to be doing them on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So I might do that, or I might just do a couple prompts in one video, or I might even do digitals. I haven't really decided yet. I mean, I really want to do videos, but it's going to depend on my energy levels. And also, I'm going out of town December 17th, 23rd with my dad to visit my gram and my aunt up in Massachusetts. So there's that. So I'll do my best to get some stuff out. I'm really, really hopeful that doubling one of my RA meds is going to help. I've had some improvement with this. It's sulfasalazine, if you're wondering. I take Plaquenil and sulfasalazine because I have my liver enzymes are up, and I've had cancer. And so I'm limited in the medications that I can take. Oh, I'm going to fast forward through this part because I'm just cutting up the leaves. I'm just cutting up a bunch of leaves, and you don't need to watch this. But that's one thing you could do with your little painty scraps. I just cut out a bunch of little leaves to use in a future project. I won't use it today. You'll see it someday when I use it. But I don't even draw them or anything. I just get basic leaf shapes, and someday you'll get to see me use it. Yes, that was 2.5 minutes of just me cutting up the little leaves. And here I tried to start cleaning off my desk again. I kept trying. I mean, I listened to a video from Cass, and then I listened to a video from Dana K. White. Cass is Clutterbug and Dana K. White. And then when I gave up cleaning, then I listened to a video, Carrie the Crafter and Barbara, I think, were the two ones that I watched. Might have been somebody else too. I don't remember for sure. Carrie and Barbara. Sorry, I was just looking to see what I watched. You might have been able to hear Barbara a little bit through my headphones. I don't know how good this microphone is. I got a new microphone. Just one person complained about my sound, and I do get that when I turn away from my phone that you don't hear me as clearly. And I did explain that, you know, usually by the time I put a video up, the closed captioning is there. Not every time. This one might go up before closed captioning is available, but just wait a little while and closed captioning is available. So that gets most of what I say. Sometimes it spells it wrong. But just to be nice, I went ahead and got a Bluetooth microphone to try out. And we'll see how that works. I'm hoping you don't hear me breathing. Also, if I clear my throat, it's going to be extra loud, but you know. So, yeah. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, I was trying to get back into the cleaning of the desk. We'll see. I'll try again tomorrow. I started on Wednesday cleaning off my desk, and I think I did about half an hour. And that was going to be the next video, but then like I had an alarm go off reminding me to deal with my prescription. And so then I did all that, and because we've had to change our prescriptions over to a different pharmacy, and I couldn't get into the My Chart on that, and I needed to get into the My Chart for that company to be able to see the prescriptions. And so my husband helped me out, and he called the help desk and found out that I didn't have an email associated with my stuff, because it was my old cell phone number, but fortunately our home number was still in there, so there was some way of verifying that it was me, I suppose. So I dealt with that, called him, and he gave me a number, which I called, which sent me to a different number, and then called that number, and she sent me somewhere else, and then they sent me somewhere else, and then it was one of those kinds of phone calls. And so I was absolutely exhausted by the time I was done with that. Oh my goodness, could you guys hear my husband like mumbling? Like, he can hear me talking. I don't know why he does that. It's so annoying. Anyway, I fiddle around with these leaves for a while. I struggle with the leaves. I want to be able to use the leaves, and sometimes, you know, once I get going with them, I have a fantastic, you know, some fantastic results, not to brag or anything. But anyway, so yes, Wednesday, that stopped me in my tracks of cleaning off my desk. There's always going to be some excuse, right? And also I was just absolutely exhausted and couldn't do anything after that. So I have more questions. What did you guys have for your Thanksgiving dinner if you celebrate Thanksgiving? My husband went over to his sister's house. She's his sister's house, my sister-in-law. She has 12 children. 6 of them, I think, about 6 of them still live at home. And so the 6 that live at home and a couple of the other ones came over yesterday for Thanksgiving lunch. And my husband goes over because, you know, if he can get extra food on Thanksgiving, he's pretty happy about it. Food and sleep, those are his main, food, sleep, and football. So those are his main things that he likes to do. All right, I just realized that I might want to adjust the, all right, I'm going to do that real quick. All right, I might need to crop that again, but I was just like, wow, that is really far away. I could probably adjust that. Although now it looks kind of like a little bit pixelated maybe, because I zoomed in so you could see what I was doing. I don't like to do editing. But if I could do some editing, like, I don't know, I was watching Nate Black. He talks about, you know, how to succeed on YouTube, or how to, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I watch him, and he was saying there's like this in between genuine and making it look perfect. So you might not be a person that makes it look perfect, but you might not be someone who just leaves it totally raw either. So like some editing is probably a good idea. I can't figure, this one takes me a while. So I don't know. I could take this part out, but then I don't want you to think that it was easy figuring out what to put on that card. So, you know, you can see me fiddle with it a little bit. And of course, the mask I use is not in the store. There is a stamp in the shop that is a pine cone, but I just wanted to get some color in the background. And if you just want to get some texture and color in the background, anything will do. Even if it's a mask and you're just kind of like putting some ink through it just to get some different little looks. And not much of it shows in the end anyway, so it really didn't matter. But I don't know. That's what appealed to me in the moment. I just wanted to get some bolder, darker color on there. So I'm just using the mask and the brush and some ink. What else can we talk about? I know some of you do like to watch videos or listen to videos while you're doing other things. And so, you know, having a voiceover where I can just kind of be chatty might be nice, you know, talking about different things. And then for people that don't want to hear the chattiness, you can always just turn down the volume and just watch me make stuff. That's fun too. And if you don't like watching stuff in slow, it's sped up, you can always like reduce the time to watch it in regular. But, you know, and then if you watch it in 2 times speed, then it's actually 4 times speed. I think I did this at 2 or 2.5. 2 or 2.5 times speed. I got distracted because there's this little button right here that says voice changer. So let's try it.
So this is a monster voice. Will you be my long lost friend?
Now let's try it as a robot. Will you be my body double? Will you be my long lost friend? Do 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 do. And you guys gonna be mad at me. That song's gonna be so stuck in your head now. The only other options are man or woman. That robot one, I just listened to it. That is annoying. I apologize for that. But I left it in because, you know, it was something I was playing with. I thought you might like to enjoy that. I don't know. I wish that I could just be doing something while I'm talking. This is one of the reasons I don't necessarily like voiceovers because, well, first of all, if I do something while I'm trying to do the voiceover, I get very distracted, like more distracted than I'm already distracted. And then, you know, I won't notice when it ends and I'll just keep talking. So there's that. Yeah, I will slow it down at the end when I show all the pieces I make up close. I do show all the pieces at the end up close. I hope everybody is having a good weekend. I know a lot of people have a 4-day weekend, so that's really nice. My son, my older son, he did not. He actually worked on Thanksgiving, so that hopefully somebody else that wanted to spend time with family was able to do so. You know. Oh, there's like little holes in this background, and so that's why I'm cutting the holes so that it's not just white, and then you can see the background through it. And I already asked you guys at the beginning what flowers you would like. So yeah, it's gonna be several pages of easy fussy cuts with flowers and the vintage background pieces. And of course, if you just want the flower, then you just cut out the flower. It's fine too. I might make some of them a little bit bigger because sometimes it's hard to find like but they'll be different sizes. They'll be the same flowers in like 2 or 3 different sizes, I think is what I'll do. I think. No promises. Will I change the backgrounds? Probably not, because that just takes more work. Maybe I will. I don't know. You know, if I could vary them a little bit, that's always fun. People ask me a lot of times where I get my images from. Most of the images I'm using in this one I've licensed from Vecteezy. That's Vecteezy. They've got a lot of images on there, and it's like $102 or $108 for the year. So for what I do, price-wise, that's a really good price. When I was using Dreams Time, it was like you could get like 5 images a month for $25. That was pricey. But they had some really fun images too. So this one might actually be a Dreams Time image, this wolf. I can't remember exactly. So yeah, I don't know which ones are which. They're all filed according to which place I got them from, like in my computer files. Like there's little folders. One's for Dreams Time, and one's for vecteezy.com. And sometimes I'll find some Etsy ones that are like, yes, you can use these in digitals. And so those are in that section too. But there's not many that do that. And usually the ones that do allow you to use them in digitals are like, they're usually AI images. But there's some AI images that I just like because I like a watercolor look. And so most, like the flowers that you saw, those are all like watercolory look. They're probably AI, I don't know. But then but I like to use them and change up the backgrounds and stuff. Ooh, where's that one? I'll tell you what quote I put on with him because it was kind of a good one. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do by P-E-L-E. Is that Pele? I'm not sure. But, I thought that would be kind of a good quote with him. I wanted some more masculine pieces for cards that will go either, I don't know if I'll be using them in a craft show kind of thing or if I'll just put them in my shop or what. Oops, I keep hitting the microphone. See, that's also the problem with wearing a microphone is you're probably going to, oh, hold on a second. So if you were hearing my heartbeat a minute ago, it's because I was wearing the microphone on my left side and I just moved it to my right side. One reason I don't like a microphone is then you also hear my breathing really loud. And I often, when I'm rewatching myself to make sure I didn't say anything too embarrassing, I watch it like double speed. And so then I'm like, just sound like I'm like running or something. It's just like breathing hard and heavy. And I hate that. But you do what you do for your subscribers to make them happy so they can hear you really well no matter where you are standing in the room. This would have been good to have when I was, well, probably not. Might have been good to have when I was doing the studio clean. Although January's coming and I will probably clean again. So yeah, but then I'll also probably hit it all the time and you'll just hear, So anyway, just trying to find the right size and the right, get it in the middle, how that goes. What quote is this one? I can find that one and tell you what quote this is. This is the wolf, right? I believe it's a wolf. Where'd the wolf go? Hey, Mr. Wolf. There's the spotlight. Here he is. Fortune always favors the brave and never helps a man who does not help himself. P.T. Barnum. That's the one that's on with the wolf. Yeah, he's a wolf. Yes. Look, I like my animals. What can I tell you? If you've seen images that I've used and you're like, why aren't those in a digital or easy fussy cut or something? I can do it. I just have to do it. Just takes, I have to be in the mood. And apparently what gets me in the mood is having to clean because I did work on them yesterday. Wednesday. I think I worked on them Wednesday. It doesn't really matter, Darcy. Just stop saying which day. It doesn't, just in the last couple of days I've been working on them. So yeah, I'll work on them some more this afternoon because I should be cleaning off my desk, but I would much rather be doing anything but that. So will Ephemera start on time for me? I don't know. Or we'll just do it on a messy desk. Or I'll just, show you what I made. I don't know. What do you guys want? Do you want extra videos for Ephemera? I know one year I did them all digital and I loved the pieces that I made. And then I just put them, printed them all out and put them in a journal at the end of Ephemera. But this year they are doing it much different. They are focusing on, what is the word? Oh my goodness. Compartmental making. It's not on the paper. I just remembered it somehow. Looking at the page helped me remember. I don't know how. But it did. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Barbara and Louisa do with Ephemera. And if you've never heard of Ephemera, there is a playlist on my channel that has all my Ephemera videos. And Barbara, 49 Dragonflies, and Louisa Heinzel, they have playlists for each year, I think. And they've already started a playlist for this year. A lot of people are swapping. I know that Barbara and Louisa are swapping 50 items and some snacks. But I have like all this Happy Mail from you guys. So I will be focusing on the basket, very full basket of things from my wonderful, beautiful, already generous subscribers, because it is overflowing. And that's the container. So I need to start using some of that stuff, which, you know, probably why you send it to me, because you want me to use it. And I just stick it in a basket. A tisket, a tasket, a basket full of Happy Mail. So yeah, that's what I'll be using. So if you have sent me Happy Mail, you might get to see me do something with it. And then Dawn, for Grace Creations, says she's sending me some snacks because I wasn't swapping with anybody, which is so super sweet. Not that I can't get myself snacks, but you know, what a treat. That was so sweet of her to do that. Let's see, where are we? Oh no, we're not even close to done. Now I am going to cut up some masterboards. You know, people like to watch that though, so I'm going to leave it in. Just cutting them up. Most of them are going to be either 4x6 or 5x7, and some of them are smaller. And, you know, that's why I want to make some of those flowers bigger, because I was like, oh, that just gets dwarfed on the 4x6 even. So I had to ripped stuff in half to make pockets with them instead. Ooh, I could be like cutting these up while I talk, but then I won't be able to talk. You know how that is. So yeah, me trying to clean off my desk just ends up with me making more stuff. Even right now, I'm like, oh, pick this up off the desk, and that actually goes really well on there. Oh my goodness. So when I have to do other stuff, I can create easily. Okay. Oh, I was starting to tell. Okay, so yeah, my husband. I was telling you about Thanksgiving. It just felt like a regular day here. Don't feel bad for me. That's how my husband, not my husband, that's how my younger son and my dad and I prefer it. We were happy not to have to go see people or be in crowds or have to like socialize or make small talk or anything like that. Makes us very happy not to have to do that. And my husband and my son are more, my older son, Joel, and my husband, Mike, they are more sociable. So they like to go out and do the things and see the people. And my dad and my Nathan and I are just not quite so sociable. I'm looking for a pair of scissors. Why are scissors so hard to find? Because they're right there. They're freaking right there. All right. This probably needs a sentiment, but right now it's got a bunny and it's cute. Let's get, somebody's revving their engine out there. Rev, rev, rev. So this really big one, that's a little bit harder to like cut. But I kind of fold it into half and then cut it small enough so I can get it into the cutter. So yeah, and then just cutting them into smaller pieces. I did not blind cut it. I figured, whatever. You guys are going to see what you're going to see. You're not going to be too upset, I don't think. Oh my goodness, I don't know what that was. Somebody upstairs just put their feet down on the recliner probably and just made a loud bumping sound. My husband's working from home for the next few days, which means he works out of my dad's room. So that means my dad has to wake up early like every day this weekend. Usually he just does it 2 days, but they are moving the data center from Dulles to at the hospital, I think, up in Fairfax. So, and they're like kind of in between right now. There's not a lot of places to work. I guess it's still there, but you know, they started moving all the furniture and stuff, and you know, I don't know. I think something happened today, and he doesn't usually work on Fridays anyway, but it would have been helpful, I guess, if he had been at work today. But that somebody locked something, or I don't know. It wasn't his fault. I don't always understand what he tells me, but you know. All right, that cut out pretty well. Some of these not Procreate, in Photoshop Elements. Oh, if you're wondering what I use to make my digitals, I use Photoshop Elements because it's a one-time, pay for it one time, and you don't have to pay for a monthly subscription like you do with Photoshop. So it's Photoshop Elements. I can do all the layering and, you know, remove the background most of the time when I want to have just the image and not the background bit. It doesn't do it perfectly. And so that's why I have my iPad and Procreate, because then I can really get the details around an image so that I can get it really cleaned up really well. And I do like a really clean image. Makes me happy to have a clean image, just saying. And so that's what I use the Procreate for usually. I'm just giving this like a document around this flower, like a raggedy edge. It takes a little bit of practice, but it's not too hard. I just wiggle the paper, and then it kind of looks like an old torn document. I mean, you can also tear it. That's easy to do. But, you know. So I think that's what I was talking about. There's a couple shapes in Photoshop Elements that gives that torn look kind of. And so I was trying to cut around it, see how it did. It does all right. But also just doing the wiggly scissors kind of gives it an interesting shape too. You know, just FYI. Also, you could just use a ruler, tearing ruler, which I did on a lot of these. All right, I printed these dragons to use so I could have more masculine cards. And then I go and put them on like pink backgrounds and violet backgrounds. But that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Because girls like dragons too. And I'm sure that some of you in the comments are going to be, yeah, they do. So, yeah. I just wanted some interesting, you know, you get a nice little nerdy friend who likes dragons. You can get a card and send it to them. And it probably won't cost any more than a Hallmark card, because Hallmark cards are freaking expensive. I don't know why. They're just printed and there's nothing special about them. Where if you go to a craft fair and you buy some handmade cards that have some arty goodness on them and someone's put a lot of thought and care into it, then, you know, that's more better, more fun. I think if I were to even like design some cards and get them printed and sell them, I wouldn't sell them for as much as Hallmark sells one card. I'd probably sell like 6 for what they sell 2 cards for, or maybe 10 or something for what they sell 2 cards for, because I just think it's absolutely ridiculous, the price of cards nowadays. And if I were going to buy cards, I would totally just go over to Dollar Tree. But also, I like making cards sometimes, and I know that my aunt and my gram, they send out a lot of happy mail. They send out a lot of mail, like snail mail, I think it was. But you know, you're happy when you get it. Believe me, I'm always happy when I get mail from my aunt or my grandma. I suck at sending mail back. And so that's why sometimes I will make them like a dozen cards for them to send to their friends. But they're funny. They're like, we're only going to send it to people that really appreciate it. You can send it to whoever. It's fine. I'll make you more. Although my aunt has been learning how to watercolor. So, you know, at some point in time, she might make cards with watercolors. She used to do photography, and then she did Stampin' Up! For a while. Well, she still does some Stampin' Up! Too, but her fun thing to do is to make like the boxes and stuff, the favors and boxes and whatnot. She does some awesome stuff, and she's the go-to. If someone she knows is having like a shower or a retreat or something, she's the go-to person for, hey, can you do this? And she can all the time. So, it's only so much talking I can do, and then I'm like, I'm bored. I need one of those shirts, not diagnosed, but we think so. Something like that it says. Yeah, not diagnosed, but we're pretty sure. So yeah. In fact, I could even might do that. Maybe I should do that with animals too. With like the way I'm doing the flowers, just a page of I could do like a page of squirrels, a page of foxes. I don't know. But then like who wants a whole page of squirrels and foxes? Well, people that like them would. But, so yeah, when I start doing some animals again, what animals do you want to see? I expect to see so many comments underneath this video because I have asked so many questions. You missed some of the questions. I will repeat the questions now so you can answer them. What flowers would you like to see in an easy fussy cut kit? And what animals and what words? Because I'm pretty happy doing like separate things, like doing some kits with background journal pages and then doing some kits that just have the fussy cut pages. I'm not as, or maybe even some kits that just have plain tags that then you could just like kind of put them all together. But see, you don't really need tags because you just take the journal pages that are like decorative, like just because I give you the backgrounds usually too, like I give you like the journal page that has the decorations, and then I give you like a page of just the background so that you can make coordinating ephemera. And that's how I do it anyway. And that's how because that's how I like to make ephemera. I like to just take the elements and put them together myself. I don't really care for already made tags, journal cards, pockets. I would just rather take the elements. I could say that 5 different ways, but it's not 5 different ways. It's all the same ways, saying it several different times. Oh my word. Also, like besides animals and flowers, what else would you like to see for easy fussy cuts? I am all for the easy fussy cuts. Now, especially like I can't cut for as long as I used to. So having the easy fussy cuts, I'm looking at the ones that I just cut out just now, and I'm just like, even by themselves, they're pretty. You know, you could just put them on a page like that if you wanted to. Of course, you know, if you have a collage background, they look awesome on a collage background, a painty background. Yep, they're fun. I will get them out soon, I promise. I know you're like, you keep saying that, lady. Yep, after I finish doing the voiceover for this, I was going to say commercial, but that's not the right word. For this video, I will go upstairs and make some more fussy cut pages until I have enough to put in a kit, because PayPal and Ko-fi take quite a bit of, they take their cut. Even though I don't have to pay to list them, they take their cut. And then if I were to do it on Etsy, which I think I'd probably get more sales if I did, but I'd also have to do it through Eclectic Junk Journals is no longer, because that's what my Etsy shop used to be, because they couldn't get funds because of the whole issue that I had with when the person stole the check out of my mailbox and changed the check fraud. I had to close that account, and that was the account with Etsy, and I didn't go and change to a different account. So then Etsy's like, nope, you're banned. You can't sell stuff anymore. You can't buy stuff. You can't do anything with us. And I'm like, okay, well, that account's open again, but you guys don't want to give me a second chance. So anyway, if I do put anything on Etsy, it'll be under Darcy's Mixed Media. I have not started that yet, but thinking that for digitals, I'd probably need to go back to Etsy. I can have it on both places, to be honest. But Ko-fi really sucks when it comes to search engines. So, I don't know. If you know of a place to sell digitals that doesn't cost a lot, like, because like Shopify costs, there's a yearly fee or something. I don't know. Most everything costs. I know my friend was telling me about some website for crafty things that you can sell and whatnot. I'll have to go look back at her messages and see what hers was. But anyway, I think I'm almost done. Oh, I just got to put this. I think there's another one after this. Huh. But, let's just take an hour just to figure out where to put a fairy house. Trying to find them. You don't have to find the perfect. It looked halfway decent on most of these. I don't know what my problem was. I do really like these easy fussy cuts, though. Now that I've cut them out and I'm looking at them just by themselves, I need to just do some more of those fun borders, though, so that you guys can just cut the way the border is and not have to do like I do. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it all out. For you guys, I will figure it out. So yeah, as I say, 6 more minutes. Can I talk for 6 more minutes? I feel like I've been talking all day. I could just take this part out. I don't actually use that bird. It'll get used eventually. Okay, I think that's where I decided I was done. Maybe. Oh no, I do another fairy house, don't I? All right, I took out me cutting up that piece because I'm all talked out. I think I do a fairy house as well, but I don't really know, and I may go ahead and take that out too, just because I want to. I kind of wish I just had someone to chat with, because I usually depend on somebody else to carry the conversation for me. I'm not that great at it. I'm really not. Okay, I think in a minute you'll see an example of where I was like, it's just too small for these pieces, so I just tear it to make a pocket. And I like a torn pocket. Do you like a torn pocket? I like a torn pocket. What else did I ask you guys? I was repeating the questions I asked. Oh, I asked what I asked about Christmas, and I asked about Thanksgiving. So yeah, I expect to see so many comments, and really, you don't have to do one long comment. You can answer each question in a separate comment if you want to. Don't ever apologize for like doing a bunch of comments. Like if you like make a comment and then I say something else and you're like, oh, I'm going to make another comment, and then I ask another question. So you don't ever feel guilt. Don't ever apologize for that, because more comments means more interaction, and it's more better for my channel. So plus I enjoy reading the comments. I'm still a small enough channel that I just can enjoy looking at the few comments that I get. You know how it be. Also, don't be upset if you see repeated backgrounds in my easy fussy cuts, because I can get them done faster if I can just repeat some of the backgrounds, because I can like have, all of the vintage things on there, and then I can put the flowers on them, and then I can hide the flowers and put animals on them, and then hide, do whatever, coffee, whatever. So yeah, let me know what you guys would like to see for easy fussy cuts. I do have like lots of things, and I can also search for lots of things, like coffee, and I know I had some, because I got a whole coffee kit. So those you already have, and that one's free. Make sure you check my Ko-fi site, which is www.ko-fi.com/ I think it's / Darcy's Mixed Media, all one word, no apostrophes or anything. And you'll see my shop, and go look at the free stuff. There is free stuff. If you're new to my channel, then you don't realize that there is a kit that I put out when I reached 1,000 subscribers, and another kit that I put out when I reached 5,000 subscribers that are free for you to use. And yes, you can use them in journals that you sell. Even though somebody else could come and just get the kit for free and make it themselves. But sometimes there's some easy fussy cuts in those as well. And so, yeah. All right. I thought I was done. But I took out part where I was just kind of searching around. Got at least one. This last one. I think this is the last one. And I've actually, it's not at double speed anymore. I slowed it down because I thought it was done. So I slowed it down to regular speed to show all the pieces, which I think I do right after this one. So yeah, that's how fast I really work. It's nice and slow. So taking out the part so I didn't have to talk as much kind of was defeating the purpose when I then slowed it down, because I thought I was at the end, but not so much at the end. Anyway, drinking my drink, staying hydrated. Don't forget to drink, stay hydrated, have your nutrition, eat your lunch. I think I had my breakfast and lunch. I had the same thing for lunch that I had for breakfast. So I think I'm good till supper, hopefully. What time is it? No, it's 3 o'clock. I probably need a snack. Feeling kind of peckish and snackish. I also have to remember to take a picture for the thumbnail. I don't always remember. And then I'm like, ugh, don't want to have to go back downstairs to take a picture. But that fox, I like the foxes. I got several. I could totally do a whole page of foxes. I have a few. Oh, I got an ocean digital that I started working on at one point. I don't know. What do you guys want me to work on? The flowers. The flowers will be first. Just need to go work on those. And then I'll do some animals, and maybe I'll do some more coffee, hot cocoa, warm, sweatery things. And I'm working on the, actually I might do the sentiments as a freebie, maybe. No guarantees. Because not everybody will want them anyway. Or yeah, maybe they'll be like, so if you get the flowers, the sentiments will come with it. And if you get the animals, the same sentiments will come with it. Or if you know, I think I'll just add them as an add-on freebie I'll just put them as a freebie. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I'm starting to annoy me. Are you annoyed with me? Don't be annoyed with me. We're almost to the end. We are. I'm going to start showing them. Okay, now I'm going to start showing them. There's the fox. And that needs like a label or sentiment or something at the bottom. Yeah, I turned them so you can see them really well. I love that swan. The black swan's one of my favorites. It's already in my shop. These are freebies in my shop, the fairy houses. Oh, then I was like, oh, I think whoops. Then I couldn't decide if I wanted to show you all the pieces that I cut up, but I don't. So hopefully you looked at them while I was cutting them up. Love these dragons. They're so cute. I'll find some more dragons. Should I do a dragon one? Just all dragons? What else would you do with dragons? That one I just liked as it was. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a really good week and have a good weekend and all the things. I love that wolf. I don't know what is about that wolf that I like, but I do. So yeah, I hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you. Bye.